Robert Glover in No More Mr. Nice Guy, in his Activity 46, had a list of 30 rules that he stated to post in an area where you could see it every day. Now, this is definitely a very solid practice, but it's one of those where it might be a bit troublesome to try to remember all of the rules. So what I did is I actually took some of the rules and then also came up with some of my own quotes, and then some of the rules/quotes that I came up with were a mix of mine and Robert Glover's combined. And I did have a list of 23 when I finished it, but then I actually took it one step further and then just had a list of 4 rules/quotes for myself that I follow on a daily basis, but I also have them memorized well. So first what I'll do is I'll go over my list of 23, which are a mix of ideas. And here's how the list goes. So the first one would be take responsibility for your feelings. I can handle it. No matter what happens, I will handle it. Focus on what you can control. Let go of what's out of your control. Life is chaotic, and this is the way it is. Another interesting rule that Mr. Glover did have is he referred to it as the second date rule, where if the behavior happened on a second date, would there be a third date? Other quotes would consist of, what would a healthy male/female do in this situation? Bring your sexual shame and fear out of the closet. You have to be able to stand up to everyone. Let go of fear and control. Accept yourself just as you are. If you're afraid of something, confront that fear, and it is okay to progress slowly and steadily. Chart your own path, make your own rules, make your dreams a reality. Ask others for help. If they are unwilling to help, find someone else that will. Don't stop trying. Start looking for opportunities to ask people for help, especially within your own circle. You do not have to do things or everything perfectly right. Just be good enough. And then this is a more financial related one, is if you just focus on savings, you will have an abundance of money, but you may have scarcity in many other areas. You don't necessarily have to focus too much on savings. Utilize your finances as efficiently and effectively as possible, even if you may spend a lot at times, and then make sure your spending is worth it. Also, if you're not good enough for yourself, then no one else will be. And remember, what one man or woman can do, another man or woman can do. The world can't give us something we're not ready to receive. Since deprivation thinking keeps a person holding tightly to what they already have, then there's no receptivity for receiving more, or ability to receive more, if you're in a mind state of deprivation. When we ask for what we want and expect to receive it, it will come in one way or another. Discovering passion and purpose requires figuring out what works and what does not. Also, mature, successful people establish their own rules, and these rules are measured by only one standard: do they work? And then also, by taking responsibility for the kind of life you really want, you can become all that you were meant to be. Now, that's definitely a lot of rules and quotes to memorize, and something like that, maybe it would be a good idea to have them written out and just printed, or in an area where you do see them regularly. But here's my much shortened list that I have, which consists of 4 quotes and /rules. And here's how it goes. Take responsibility for your feelings. Remember, I can handle it. No matter what happens, I will handle it. Focus on what you can control. and not what's out of your control. And then do not accept or tolerate poor treatment from anyone. And for today, that's all I have. Remember, like, subscribe, comment. Have a good night, y'all.